Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today to our Wix e-commerce school live session. Today, we're going to talk about e-commerce marketing 101. So we're going to cover SEO, email marketing, and Facebook ads. We're going to talk about getting your site ready for business, SEO best practices for your online store, using social media to drive traffic to your store, optimizing email marketing content to improve engagement, generating sales with Wix Facebook ads, and finally, we're going to have a live review of email marketing and users, like real users' websites. So thank you for submitting those, and we're going to share them live, and our experts here are going to review them. So here with me, I have Kobi Gamliel, who's the head of Wix Users Marketing. And I'm also very honored for you to meet Randy Pitts, who's the founder and CEO of Evolve Clothing Company. And hi, guys. And instead of me trying to explain you about Randy's beautiful business, we have recently created a video that I'd like to share with you. So enjoy it.
I went from selling to my town to selling nationwide in 1 week. It's a whole new business now. Some people just feel we're a clothing store. We're so much more than that.
Everyone here is a personal stylist. We have backgrounds in fashion. We can predict the trends before they hit the runways.
There was the mandatory shutdown here in New Jersey, and we had to close the doors on the store. It was heartbreaking.
We went from brick and mortar, which I knew all my life, to online.
We brought our vibe to our website, something that transcends beyond the store.
We've always used Wix for a platform, but never really dove into everything that Wix offered us.
Curbside pickup, our online orders, collections, things that we've never been able to do before. Things are going to be much better when we're opening up because our clients will be back, our online will be thriving as it is now. We'll just keep moving, keep evolving.
So I hope you enjoyed it because we love watching this, and we're so proud of you, Randy, and thankful for you joining us today. So Randy is a Wix merchant, and I'd like to share with you his website. So Kobe is going to share with us. And Randy, if you mind just talking and like telling us a little bit about your business and who you are.
I am Randy, the curator and founder here at Evolve Clothing Gallery, Parsons student, where I learned fashion and photography. I've taken some of the photos you see there on our website. So that all helped. I love the platform, love what I do. Glad I found Wix, and because they've been everything I've needed to get my store online.
Very cool. So thank you again for coming and sharing. He's going to share his tips with us on marketing and in general about starting a business. So Kobe, I think we can start. And by the way, although you cannot be heard or seen, you can definitely, welcome to write comments and ask us questions. And we will try to get some of these questions and answer them live. So, and we also have a beautiful team of people that are going to answer your comments. So feel free to ask us anything you're interested to know. Also, another important note is that this is recorded and will be on Facebook, on our Facebook event. It's going to be there for you once this is ended. And we're going to also email this to you. So no need to take notes, just learn and ask us whatever you might be interested in. Kobe, your turn.
All right, thank you, Ariel. Randy, so happy that you here with us. I think really honestly, getting like a real business to hear his story and behind the scenes is so valuable for people today that either thinking about building their next online business or already have an existing website and business. And I think that today what we'll mainly cover is the marketing features that Wix offer to users on top of our editor and build platform. We have a lot of manage and grow features that we will try to go over them. Although we have like a tight time, but we will try to be efficient as possible and guide you through it in our tools. So we start really with a brief, short items that we have on our products. We have the SEO Wiz, we have email marketing tools, social media, video maker, and our new product, which is the Facebook ads. And we also have additional tools as advanced SEO settings, tracking analytics, reports, marketing automation like abandoned cart and other stuff, and also the ability to integrate to other platforms as Facebook, Google Tag Manager, etc. So before we start, and this is really something that I'm curious, Randy, like, can you share with us like the first sale that you had on your website?
I'll never forget the first sale I had. It was from a very dear friend of mine who's been watching our social media. He would always come into the store, and he lives close, and a very dear friend. But he wanted to make sure he was the first person to buy from our website as soon as we launched it. So on that day, he was just waiting for that post on our social media, and as soon as we posted it, he went right on, made a purchase, and we've been going ever since.
That's really nice. I think really it's such a valuable tip, and you know, like this slide speak about like where to start, and I would really start with your just what you said, Randy. I think that the moment you have your website online in your business, I would advise you to get your first sale from a friend or a family. You really want to feel exactly how an order being made, that you handle the shipping right, you have like all the things in the back office that you need. You have like our mobile app that you can track the order. You want to feel exactly that the business is running, and this is something that you know, a lot of merchants just go live and wait for someone else to buy, and maybe they have some issues with payment, they have some issues with the website. So the first thing that you do, and have a good friend or family, and you know, you ask them to purchase something like really with intent. I think it's a great valuable thing that you can start with. So thank you, Randy, for this. So before we start going over all the features, I want to guide you through a methodology that we believe is really efficient for you to understand what will be the best way to structure your marketing methodology throughout your business lifetime. So we call it the marketing pyramid, and we're starting with a ready for business website, which we will cover more what exactly does it mean. But I think the best analogy for this is like, Randy, you do have like a physical store, brick and mortar.
Yes.
And I guess that before you decided to open the store for users, people that walking by, you have like all the items in your shelves. You have like a nice bag. You know that your cashier makes sure that you write like the invoice and everything is the receipt is there. You have like a nice place for people to try out their shoes or clothing. Everything is in place. And only then you open the door. And I think that ready for a business website means exactly the same. You need to make sure that you have everything set up. All the things are really, really on the storefront that you have. All the back office is ready. And only then you should open the store, same as you do it on the physical world. And this is like the first layer of thing that we want to guide you through. Then you need to have like online presence. Today, you need to have like Instagram channel, Facebook page, could be YouTube channel. Some of us using like TikTok or Twitter or Snap or other things. These other things that you need to have in order to get more exposure and traffic. Then you need to feed these channels with content. You can write blog posts. You need to create social media posts. You need to create videos, getting images, sharing images, customers. And this is something that needs to be ongoing constantly in order to make sure that your brand is accountable and engaged with its customers. And I advise you that only you have this set up, then you can go to advanced marketing tools, which could be like paid media or other things that you can do in order to drive more traffic that convert. And I want to guide you through this pyramid to make sure that you have these layers and making sure that your website is efficient enough and going through it. So we're starting with a ready for business website. And I think the first question that you need to ask yourself, what is the website goal? So here we are in the Wix e-commerce school, and for most of us, you want to sell, but we do have some website that want to generate leads, some website that want people to read their blog post. In some cases, you want to do like wholesale, so you want to approach by like business development people. So you want to have like a section on your website that generate leads, and you need to make sure that your design achieve the website goal. Make sure that whatever you do, make people click on the right buttons that you believe that are good. Then you want to make sure that you did all the SEO tools in the Wix editor, which we'll go over them really soon, and only then you could do what we call a Google Ready with Wix SEO Wizard. So what exactly do we mean by a good design that reflects the goal? So first of all, you need to make sure to have a prominent CTA. In the design world, we call it like above the fold and below the fold. So think about your screen when you see your website. You want to make sure that you have like a good call to action, which is a CTA that tell exactly what you want people to do. You want people to sell, you want them to read, you want them to leave their details, and make sure that it's prominent enough so people can click on this. Next, you need to have like a good, clear contact information. Usually it comes out in the footer. You want to have like your sitemap there, maybe like frequently asked questions, payment methods, policies, returns and shipment, and also like other channels that you have that people will follow you on social media. And then you can have like a subscribe form so people can subscribe and sign up to your newsletter or special offers. Next, you need to make sure that the text works without visual. You know, usually I see websites when they feel that their pictures are really great and they have like a nice title, but there's no real phrase that explain what they do. So if you sell jewelry, just write that you sell jewelry. If you sell fashion, just write that you sell like street fashion. And in some cases, you know, we feel that where visitors coming to our websites and they see an image, they know 100% sure what we're doing. And in some cases, what we believe that we know 100% what we're doing, others, visitors, not exactly know. I saw in the video your storefront, Randy, and you can say, I mean, you have like a nice brand, I mean, but if you don't have like a storefront, it's not like people really know what you're going to find inside. So this is something that you can do on a website as opposed to a brick and mortar store where you can say more what exactly your store is about and make people enter and walk in.
Yeah, we had that experience here that people really gravitate to. We wanted to take that up to our website. So that's a very good point.
Definitely. Then you need to make sure you design based on hierarchy. Here, another analogy that I like to use is like, think on the website like as a newspaper, like the homepage of the newspaper. You have like one big title. You have another like subtitles. You have paragraph. Everything is divided. So once you treat your website as a newspaper with sections, it's easier for you also to make sure that you have these sections throughout the website, and you can change all the time and know exactly which are the main headlines that you have on the website, the sub headlines, and you can use the editor to really set this up. Next, you need to make sure that every page is direct to another page. It's what we call the internal links. Google and also social media, when we drive traffic to our websites, we want to make sure that people will have the amount of time on the website, because like average time on site, we wanted to make it increased. We want people to visit like 2 minutes, 3 minutes on website. We want them to scroll. We want them to click on things. And if we're not going to have these links, people will not go and be able to go to internal pages. Another thing, which is not less important, is making sure to have more information as external links. So if you're having more information about like some articles that you wrote in other places, you have maybe some inspiration, getting these external links is also something really efficient that help you drive people and make them engage, and you have accountable business. Then, and this is something that usually we're lacking of doing. I think it's really important, especially for a new business, make the brand accountable. Get a social proof, getting testimonials, as featured in some cases. If you're doing like a partnership with someone, make sure that you have their logo. A logo of other companies and other brands make your brand much more accountable. And it's also assist of people taking a decision, because there are a lot of fashion stores, there are a lot of jewelry designers, and you want the visitors to have like the good decision that this is the place when they want to purchase the next item. In addition to that, you want to make sure that you're engaged, and same as you answering the phone on your business, you have the ability to do like a chat on your website. You can set up hours. It will work throughout the time when you sleep, during weekends, when your store is closed. You can do like a welcome message. You can make sure to have like a form if you want people to leave details and contact you. And also if you have other people in your team as like customer support, people that help you with your store, you can set up different rules for people to answer on your behalf. And of course, it can be done through mobile as well. So it's going to be easier for you to engage and communicate. We do also of traffic is generating from mobile. So think how you can create more like call to action on mobile. Make sure to have like a good environment on your mobile to think it will be more convert. And some of the things you can hide on mobile and make them much more highlighted when you have your visitors inside. Then if we're going to more of an SEO, try off some tips here. So although you have a lot of content when visitors see, you want this content to be reflected for search engine also. And we want to help search engine find the best content that we have based on our phrases that we use. And that's why you need to set like title tags. It's going to be a title and description. It's really important how best search engines see your website. And on the editor, you have a full section of all the meta tags that you can add there. And not only that you have like, I would say like simple meta tags, you also have advanced meta tags that you can use to create much more richer and deeper content. You can make sure that you include alt text, which also tells search engines what is the picture about. So you can help them understand the picture on your website, and then it can be shown on Google Images or other images search ones. And for every, we call it verticals, but for e-commerce, you have a special SEO for each product page. And you know what? I think it will be a good example. Maybe Randy, I can use your brand as an example. So let's say you can name one of your T-shirts that you have on your store. One product. Just share his title.
Okay. Let's see. Probably be Saturdays. Maybe the Crosby shirt.
All right. So we have like a Crosby shirt, right? So for users to visit your page and see like the storefront, it can be really engaged and make people say, oh, I want the Crosby shirt. But for search engines, we want to tell them exactly what the Crosby shirt is about. So not only you want to use Crosby shirt, but maybe you want to use like 100% cotton or dry fit or some other things that will help phrases, because people will not look for the Crosby shirt. They might gonna be look for a dry fit shirt in New York or something like this. So you want to make sure to have like a meaningful meta tags for every product on your page. And this is really important. Not only using your product name, but using also something descriptive that think about how your potential buyers will look for this type of thing. So you have this within. Another thing which I think is not as important in terms of SEO. So usually if we share a product from our website, Google, Facebook or Twitter just get the first image that they see. In some cases, and I see some of the images that you have, so they take one of the Herschel bag that you have on your website, Randy. So it will be at the end like a pack shot, a white color background of the bag, and that's it. But on social media, you want to have more product placement, and you want to use like maybe someone wearing the bag, someone carrying it. You want to see like maybe people that go to the work with the bag, and therefore you want to tell search social media engines to find a better image and not pick whatever they feel. And then you can really decide what will be the image that will be shared on social media. And you can set up different image for Facebook or for Twitter, which will be different. For Pinterest, these are the things that are really important because you want the image to be different. This is also a new product that we did. I mean, we just described a lot of things that need to be done. Here we have an SEO patterns, which basically tell you that you can create an SEO rule that will reflect on all your pages. So you can create one rule, say, I want the business name, the product name, and my city to be going on all my pages at once, and then it will be reflect really, really easy. And it's something that can save you a lot of time with this feature. So, before we going into more details, maybe Ariel, you have another question to Randy here, so he can show us more.
Right. So before I ask Randy some questions, I've been listening to the comments on our live Facebook page, and some of our users are at the beginning of the way. So they have just created a website or a store, to be more specific, and they're now getting ready to start selling. So they were asking questions about what is SEO, in general. So it's pretty basic, I know, but I saw that some of the people already answered them, but I do want to let you know that we have a lot of resources at Wix about SEO to learn the ropes and be familiar with SEO. So we have Google Wix SEO, we have a landing page, we have our customer support, we have our Wix support, the knowledge base articles, and even within our dashboard, there's a lot of helpful materials to learn about SEO, like a real 101. So just so you guys know, there's a lot of resources you can learn about it. But I did want to ask Randy, when we first talked, I think it was around after Corona, the coronavirus just started. You tell me that you didn't even know that the Wix SEO has been working so well, because suddenly, anyway, you know what? You'll just tell the story way better than I would tell. So I would love for you to share how you realized that our SEO works.
I remember in the beginning, I knew nothing about SEO, and still I'm just kind of novice at it. It's always so much you can learn. And Wix was there, all the tools that I needed to improve, keywords for things I had to relate to my website to get Google to look for certain things. And when COVID hit, you can just tell people were searching for things that I had, and it just clicked and things worked, and the sales kept going and got us through COVID.
It's funny. So how did you realize which keywords to choose when you just started creating your work on SEO?
Just looking over our site and sitting down and as Kobe said, putting down on paper what I felt people would be searching for, when it came to a particular item or style. So we used those keywords, and it worked. They generated people coming to our website, helped increase our traffic. So
cool. So you utilized our SEO whiz, and then over time you kept learning what works and optimizing it.
Yeah, like you had said, there was a lot of information that Wix offers to learn more and more and more. And even to this very day, even though I'm a pretty long time Wix user, I'm still learning every day. So it's there.
Cool. And I have a few questions to Kobe. So again, thank you guys for submitting the questions ahead of time. This really helped us shape this presentation. And one of the questions that we were asked is so SEO individuals often ask, why don't I see my site or product in Google search results? Kobe, how would you answer this question?
All right, so I think it's a question that you hear a lot. I mean, at the end, I think it's really important to say that SEO takes time. It's not like a 5-minute thing and that's it. And it takes time, and you need to really invest time in it and understand exactly what you're doing. But first of all, I think the first step, and this is exactly what we're going to go over in the next 1 minute when we're going to finish the ready for business layer, is that at the end, you need to make sure that your site is indexable. So you want to make sure that your people our pages are being crawled by Google and search engine, and the site is being indexable. So that's why we have the SEO Wiz, and what we're doing behind the scenes is make sure that we submit your sitemap to Google and getting it indexed in most of the cases in less than 30 seconds. And if you want to just make sure that it's being indexed, just go to any search engine, and if you do like site column and your domain name, you're going to see all the web pages that are being indexed. So this is something that really, I mean, for you, good to do, and just make sure that you have accountable, that you have it found on Google. And of course, you have a competition around you. I mean, you have your competitors, you have like brands keywords over there that are there. So it's really challenging to get it there. So the moment that you feel that this is indexable, you need to see exactly how you see this growing. You can use tools like Google Analytics. You can use tools like Google Search Console, which we're going to cover in a second. We have some achievements in our SEO wizard, which show you exactly how many times your products or pages is being getting impressions and getting clicks from search. So this will tell you more things that can be there. And as I said, I mean, SEO takes time, but the moment you feel that they're indexable, this is like the first step in order to now start thinking about going and getting more traffic from organic reach.
Cool, thanks. Thank you so much for both of you. So let's talk about how to get your site ready.
All right, so moving forward, we're going to speak about the SEO wizard, which we just said. At the end, it's really a step-by-step instruction. It's really usually the first steps that you need to do in order to really go in to get your site indexed. We have there a full SEO guide with more information and videos if you want to learn. And the idea of that is we get your information, your business name, your location, if you have multiple location, and the main phrases. I wouldn't even say keywords, because I think it's more phrases that people will search for you. And then we create you a plan to help you set up like the first things that need to be like really Google ready. And what we're doing behind the scenes is a cooperation we did with Google. And what happened is that in most cases, what we're doing behind the scene is like we get your sitemap submitted, we verified your domain and ownership of the website, and we connect your website to Google Search Console. What happened is that your search and site is being indexed, and you're also getting an email from Google saying that your site is now being indexed. And as we said, 90% of Wix SEO wizards get their index in less than 30 seconds, which is really valuable because you want to get first of all index before everything. And then you get this type of email. So I really think that this is like the first steps of SEO that need to be done. So just to finish this ready for business layer, I think that you start need to add like Google Analytics, adding Facebook Pixel, even if you don't think about advertising, but you need to start collecting data and understand your users better and visitors. So these are like the first step they need to do. And then we just finish with a ready for business layer. So any more questions that you have, Ariel, for us?
Well, yes. So people were asking about if you can explain a little bit more about patterns and meta tags. Do you want to go into details now, or maybe we should just send the article when we send up the report?
I mean, of course, there are so much information that you have on the Wix dashboard and other guides, but at the end, I mean, every page on your website need to have like a meta title, a meta description. These are the meta tags that you need. And then on every product on your page, you also need to have another unique metadata that you have. The patterns, what they're doing is just creating a rule that save you more time and reflect on all your pages at once. So you can just use variables in order to set up this meta title and meta description.
Thank you. Great. So before we move on to social media, I would really like to hear a little bit from Randy about how you promote your business on social media. I've been following you because I love your posts, but
Thank you.
share a little bit from your experience.
I have an advantage with having brick and mortar and the website. So everyone that comes in, we chase everyone to our social media to build it. So we're posting on social media. So as they see the social media, they know it's going to be available on our website. So we're always putting that out there. Go to our social media, that will take you to our website. You know, we always post things on social first, and they're already up on our website. So they know, like, we'll get a sneaker launch here, and it's really exclusive, and it will sell out in 5 minutes. And all we have to do is, as soon as it comes in, we put it on our website, we go to our social media, we post a release date, 5 minutes later, it's gone. So we're always pushing people. Instagram's pretty big for us. Well, we use Facebook, Twitter, which doesn't work too much for us. Instagram's really big for what we do. So, but you have to be out there, and you just have to keep pushing people to it, and it just clicks.
So cool. Yeah, I think Kobe, you can continue.
Yeah, so next is really how to enhance your online presence. So as we said, it's really pretty straightforward. You need to make sure that you have a Facebook business page. Randy just mentioned an Instagram business page. Make sure to have like a consistent brand. Use the same logo, use the same colors. You want people to recognize you both from your website, your Instagram, your Facebook. They connect with each other. These are the things that really help in order to get recognition and brand recognition. Going into more marketing tools. In Wix, we have also a business email marketing templates that you can use and send emails, which is part of what you need to do on a daily basis. Today, email marketing usually have much more open rate than social media, so it's a valuable tool. You have the ability to customize your own template and have your brand and design around it. You're able to create like trigger thank you email or abandoned cart automation, which is really good because if someone leave items on your cart, it's triggered and automated emails with the item that you just left on the cart, going back and purchase it. So these are the things that are really good. We also have a social media tool that you can really design items inside the Wix dashboard and share across different type of channels. Video maker that able to create videos. You can create stories and videos. It's an algorithm-based video that you can use like images and videos, connect them together, and it's create like videos that you can share and promote. And here it's something that I really love to explain all the time. So I like to call it social anchors, but I would ask Randy. So let's say that today you want to post something on social media. What goes up to your mind? How you decide what to do? Which content you need to share? It's something that bother you? You're like nervous about it? Can you share more about like your experience around the social media content?
We've noticed while people are always looking for what's new here or some of the new arrivals that may have come in, they also like to see what we're doing behind the scenes. So we'll show a lot of our staff, places we're going, trade shows, fashion shows that we're attending, and we're testing different things to see what works best, what gets the best engagement.
So you just like nailed it, and I think that this is what I like to do. You know, you said behind the scenes, trade shows, customers, new arrivals. Now let's try to break them into the days of the week. So we can have Monday for new arrivals, Tuesday for behind the scenes, Wednesday for customers saying, Thursday for promotions. And then every day it's going to be much easier for us to create content because we know exactly which theme we have for today to create content. And instead of just thinking every day, all right, is today new arrivals? Today, like someone will walk in. It's something that's really, really helpful in order to use it. And we have so many content anchors that we already provide in our platform. We have Motivation Monday, Tuesday Tip, Winning Wednesday. We have things for the COVID-19 that we did. Something will come up really now for 4th of July that we had. These are that we're going to have. These are the things that we really use like and create template that are tailored for you to use and use them in order to succeed. So this is the way I like to see social media, as something as really as content anchors that you can think every day of the week about a different theme, and it's much easier for you to create content.
That's great. And it's I just wanted to add about our social media tool, that it's so easy to use. It's like our email marketing. We have like easy to use templates, and take advantage of it, because it could make your life easier. Kobi, I had a few questions from the audience regarding Facebook ads. So, for example, what's the best way to test Facebook ads? I know that you're now gonna introduce us to our Wix Facebook ads, so I wanted to let you know that people are asking about that. For example, how to tell if your ad is successful or need changes. Maybe you can touch on how much would one generally need to spend on advertising in order to see a revenue generated. And we had some questions about retargeting. So if you can teach us a little bit about that, that would be great.
Sure. Randy, you are doing Facebook ads these days in general? Like you're spending paid ads budget?
We're starting. We used to just boost, but we just recently found out that Facebook ads are so much better.
All right. And how was the onboarding experience and the day-to-day? I mean, you do it by your own, you have someone to do it. What exactly today? I mean, it's challenging?
So far, yes, I have to admit it is challenging. And I'm hoping with this introduction, you're about to make it easier.
Yeah, definitely. So before we jump in, so we do have some more third-party integration. If you want to add like Zapier, if someone of you knows, or Privy, some other things that can help you get more conversions. So really, the thing is that we did with the Facebook ads is that we tried to really create a tool that will be seamless integrated your Wix store into Facebook. So we take all the burden of the integration, like we use your catalog, we translate it to Facebook and Instagram catalog, we add a pixel on your website, we open an account, we make sure that everything will be staying within the Wix environment and seamlessly sync. So just for you to really understand this, the moment you have a product out of stock, we're not going to show it on the ads. The moment that you have a product that's coming back to stock, we're going to start showing this again. And people were asking about like what we have about like the automated. So we have like a Wix AI algorithm behind the scenes that basically we have like some of the data about like the people that visit on your website, the countries, the regions. We're trying to understand what will be the best product that you have that sells the most. And then we're using dynamic ads based on the engagement people are doing on your website. So let's say someone went to this Crosby shirt and didn't buy, and then we're using remarketing techniques in order to show him this t-shirt on Facebook and some other related items, so he can come back and buy and go back to the website. And of course, it's being spreaded on different platforms on Facebook and Instagram and some other placement ads. We're doing all this based on targeting and A/B testing, and everything is done by our engine. So we take all the burden of the optimization and using it in order to really optimize the campaign, and using both lookalike audience, which are audience that are similar to the ones that purchase on your website, retargeting as well. And before this, we ask you to tell us more about your seed audience. So we try to get the input about like who are the typical customers, like gender, and then maybe an age group, thinking about interest. We pull out the information about the places that you have like shipping information, so we know exactly to target to countries that you ship to instead of countries that you don't ship to. And then we use this seed audience to optimize it and drive the campaign. And people ask all the time, how much money I should spend. We have a range of products, packages that you can start from $79 a month till more than $900 if you want. But I would advise everyone to start with something around $100. to see exactly how the campaign is performed, to let it run for at least 2 weeks to get the engine optimized. We're doing tweaks on really more than a daily basis. It's like every hour, every second, we're doing these tweaks in order to optimize the campaign. And we're trying to really eliminate the audience which are not relevant. And then we're trying to start with a broad audience and trying to narrow them down until we find the right audience for your business. So, and of course, I mean, we're seeing amazing results. We have like a full dashboard that track the campaign results as views and store visits, add to cart, how many orders. We also explain about what we mean by return on ad spend. So you know exactly how much money you spend and how much revenue you got from the campaign. And we also have the statistics on the go on mobile. So you can come on mobile and see the statistics on a daily basis. I'm sure someone is you, Randy, so busy on the store every day, you don't have time to open like a desktop computer. And therefore, we have a lot of the things that we shown here also on our Wix mobile app that you can use. Maybe Ariel.
Yeah, sure. Before you move into the mobile app, because this is an important part, I just wanted to add, I've been seeing questions about where is this Facebook app is. So I just want to clarify, this is a Wix product within the dashboard, but it's only currently it's open to stores. Am I correct, Kobe?
Yeah, at the moment it's open to stores. Hopefully in the next weeks we're gonna roll it out to all Wix users, but at the moment is open to all Wix stores users only.
Right. So you go into your dashboard and under marketing, you'll find the Facebook ads product. So yeah. Try that.
So at the end, I think that the idea behind it is really, and this is, I think, the goal behind all these type of tools. At the end, you as a business owner have so many things that you need to do. I mean, Randy, I'm sure that you are the CEO. You also probably clean after you finish and close the door. You also track the shipping. You're trying to think about, as a creator, about new clothes to bring in. So you do all the selection of products. You don't have really time to marketing and managing. And that's why we're trying to do things that will be seamless, integrated, and assist you with making things more efficient, which time is so essential for every business owner today.
That's so true.
And Randy, maybe you can share us the story about using the Wix app, which I loved. I think it was on the longer version of the video that they have not watched.
Yes.
That went, okay, please do.
The Wix app, this on here, it's like having my business in my pocket 24/7. We do it. We use it for inventory updates. I know the moment when we get an online sale, I know instantly. We could be very busy here in the store, but we put our attention on our website first. So we always say, you get an order in by 12 o'clock, we want to get it out that same day. So we may be busy here in the store, like Kobe said, doing other things, doing our orders, helping customers, whatever we need to do in the store. I can't sit in front of my desktop all the time. So the Wix app has been great. We can check inventory from the app here in the store. The alerts when a style sells out. We can chat with our customers online to give them the same experience online that we can give them here in the store. And so when we hear that little bleep, that notification that someone's on a website, whether someone's signed up for our email list, a website order, we know instantly, and it's a great tool.
Great. So Kobe, tell us more about the marketing tool that can be managed on the go.
Yeah, so as we said, I mean, all the tools that we just discussed are on the go. So you have all the communication on the go with the Wix inbox. So I think it's not only a one place of communication. First of all, you can sync your Gmail and also sync your Facebook Messenger inside Wix inbox, and then you have everything in one communication channel. And we have there also a rich keyboard that you can just send products, coupons, all these from the keyboard. You can send email campaigns on the go. So if you have something which is limited time offer, you have a special discount, back to stock. These are the things that you can use in order to send more campaigns on the go, email campaigns. We have a social media product on the go, which you can just share on social, Facebook, Instagram, other things. You have the tracking analytics, so you can track both the Facebook ads product and your store general ads and statistics, bounce rate, page views, your top products, top orders. All these things are available through the Wix mobile app. So this is really try to summarize everything, and I think that now it's the time that people maybe think more valuable, that get our ideas and tips how we can just go and use specific websites and cases and can be improved.
Great. So thank you. That's really great. Before we move on to our live feedback on live review of marketing campaigns done by you guys, by Wix merchants, I want to thank you for submitting those beautiful websites. It was very hard for us to pick a few, but we had to choose only 3. So we have a few more minutes to go over them. So now Kobe will share the website. We're going to talk about it, review, and give you some tips and tricks on how to improve those. And of course, Randy is also here to help us with this.
Yeah, so what we will try to do is go over the things that we just mentioned about, like the ready for business, some accountable, social proof. See if their things are here. If you can see, this is like a handcraft soap company. They have a good information that they have like free delivery for more than $500. They have links to the social media. You have like a nice collection, so it looks like a rich store, and you do have images. I think that as we mentioned, we need to make sure that text would work without visual. So I would write also on top of this image, handcraft soap made by some things. I would add like a call to action button here, making people to go back to shop and buy. There is a nice list of collections here. Again, there is a nice Instagram feed that show more about like the accountability of the Instagram channels. I think these are the type of things that are good. In my eyes, and maybe discussing this, adding more social proof, like customers are saying things about us as seen as either on media or news. It's really helped the brand accountability and make it more convert. This is more about the website. Maybe it will be good for you, Randy, before we're going to move and see their email campaigns message. Maybe you can just share like some of the challenges that you have as a business owner. So maybe you can discuss more about like the shipping. I know there are a lot of users using like free delivery on budgets, specific budget. Like, do you think it's a good driving factor to add like a free delivery if you buy a certain amount?
Yes, we do the same thing. We do free delivery on orders over 100 or over. It helps set you aside from the competition. So you want to be wary of that, like what requirement is that of free delivery. I think for that particular site, I don't know the pricing on there, but looking at soaps, they tend to be kind of small. For someone to do $500, that's a lot of soap. So that may be a factor, where someone will go to the website and then maybe go somewhere else looking for a better price, where they can get free shipping.
Yeah, it's a great tip, Randy, and thank you. And I want us to look back on their email campaigns of this brand. So if you can see them in their email campaigns, I think that the fact that they're using like really like seasonal campaigns, like we see here, Happy Mother's Day, which is really good. There is like a call to action. There is also for Father's Day. They added a special coupons that they get like a good additional discount for users. So these are things that are really, really good. If you notice at the bottom, there is like create with a send by Wix. So all the features that I just described and highlighted throughout this presentation are packaged with Ascend by Wix. So it really helps you to get the thing that you need for your business, for your manage and grow tools. There are much more tools inside, but I think that every business, after he establish and build, need to understand exactly where you want to be in 1 year from today, and utilize marketing and managing tools to make things more efficient for his business. Because you don't invest and open a business just like for 1 week or two. You're thinking on the long term, and that's why you need to use more manage and grow tools to have everything in one place, seamlessly integrated with your Wix store, and getting things much more efficient and save you time. Ariel, maybe you want something to add before I'm going to another example?
I totally agree regarding Ascend. I'd just like to mention that what Kobe has been referring is to the footer. And if you decide that if you're like, just like you decide to buy your own domain, you can remove this branding of Ascend and upgrade to the suite of tools that will help you manage and grow your business. So this is what Ascend is about, and we definitely check it out because it has tons of features that can help you grow your business. Yeah, let's move to the next one.
Yeah, so this example really, I love it. I love this store. I think that it's so many, pop-up items that, a lot of people have, and some of them are really rare. So I think that the first thing that probably you see is like the big pop-up up front. And I want to say something about like website pop-up before we start. So when someone comes to your website, think about his journey. He's probably coming from a social media post. He's coming from an Instagram bio. He's coming from a search engine. Maybe a referral, a friend, someone to tell him, listen, this is, go to this brand, find him online. I just bought something from him. You don't want him to just see the first thing like a pop-up when they go in. They don't even know you yet. So let's wait for these pop-ups, go them more to the contact pages. You can set rules that pop-ups will appear only after 5 pages or only when users try to exit. Try to keep things less intrusive. Also, Google and search engine doesn't like these type of pop-ups at the beginning. So just think about them now. And going through this website, as I said, like I love these tiny items. And the main thing that I think it's exactly reflect like the brand and what they're trying to achieve. They sell host the big brands, so they have like the social proof here of the big brands like Disney and Marvel and people we use. And this is something that I really think that you mentioned in the beginning, Randy, and I think now it's the great time to mention it. So probably this website, people are buying these amazing rare items. And the first thing that I'm missing here is more of a social proof. Like I want to see people using these pop-up dolls on their desk, on their office. I want to see like reality, some really like real people buying these things. It's going to create so much social proof. And you mentioned this, Randy, that you're trying to chase every customer that walk into your store, trying to gather social media. And I love the use of micro-influencers. So none of us went into the big influencers. None of us will be able to get a post from the Kardashians. But these micro-influencers have so much impact on small communities, on local communities, on brands. And I think that the moment you understand that every customer is like a media for your business, and you can tag him and use them, I think it's really, really valuable. Maybe, Randy, I'm sure that you're using influencers here, micro-influencers, I would say, and maybe you can share more about how you use them before we're moving and seeing some examples, more examples.
Yeah, that's what I like about, so on our homepage, we have our Instagram feed. And I think that's something that would help here. I'm not sure if they do at the bottom or anything. But it would be great if they posted that on there so they could, as they're posted on social, they can show those people that are coming in that it may be posting to their Instagram or Facebook pages with the items that they're purchasing to really solidify those purchases.
Yeah. So I want to go into this specific email template that Expression used. So what we have here is really like a good title, which is new arrivals. We have it like starting from, which is really decent price that you can think about. And I want to provide you like a psychology tip here. Think that you would, one of the items, you would just mark cross and said sold out. Although that you send it through email, but think that you have 3 items, but one of them is sold out. The pressure that you put on your customers, that if they will not click and buy this, has so much impact on the psychology of buying that really helps you convert better. So it's one of the technique that we have in really a lot of big brands are using. But for me, every brand is a brand, regardless how many followers that he has. So try to think of sending emails, new arrivals, with one ribbon of sold out of 1 items. You will see the click rate increase dramatically.
That's so true. We get it here when, like I had mentioned before, when we get a shoe that will sell out so quickly, we let people know that, these items go quick. So that way, when we do send out email notifications, we let them know, you better get this now. If you wait, it's going to be gone. And people they always seem to want what they can't get or what's very limited. So that was a very good point.
I don't know if you know, but in some cases when you go to the brick and mortar store and you see something on the puppet on the front of the window and you say, I want this jacket, and they're saying, this one was sold out. It's like there is something in your stomach, and you need to have the same feeling on your online store. So even if your storefront window on your product gallery on the homepage, write something sold out and reflect it and highlight this. It means that something is happening here and people are buying my products.
I totally agree.
Yeah, we'll do that we'll do that from time to time, where we'll get an item in and we'll just leave it on our website, even though it's sold out, just so people can see. You have to react.
Kobe, we are running out of time so we'll have to stop here. But since you guys have such great advice, maybe if we can wrap up with one good advice from Randy that you can give our merchants. If there's only one tip, what would that be?
It's kind of echoing what Kobe said. When you're marketing, try different things. You have to test and see what works best for your store. Just because a friend may say, oh, this worked for me, or this worked for me, and the email marketing, the Facebook ads, social media, put a plan in place to try those different things and test them and see what really works for your business.
That's amazing. We're very, very inspired by you and so honored to have you here and give from all of your advice. And thank you, Kobe, so much for teaching us about all these great tools, which I'm really happy and hoping that you guys will try at home. We have, again, I mentioned that before, but we have a lot of resources for you available online. So please Google our Wix e-commerce blog. Go into our Wix support. We have tons of articles that will help you with your SEO, with your Wix Facebook ads, with email marketing, with everything we have discussed today. You can also Google Wix e-commerce. We have a landing page that has a lot of information and more webinars that you can sign up for. And so please take advantage of those. Again, this is recorded and will be available for you to watch. And I want to thank you guys again, Randy and Kobe. This was awesome.
Pleasure.
Helpful. I can see people are thanking us, so I'm really thankful for you guys. And of course, for you guys for staying with us and being here with us and listening to our tips and advice. And stay healthy. I definitely would want that. Good luck with your businesses. You're doing an amazing job. We know how hard it is to build your own business. So keep up with the great job. And thank you, and see you on our next week's e-commerce school live training, which you'll see in a second right here. So thank you, and bye-bye.